Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Quest for Knowledge. Today we are going to go through with all the questions like 1 marks and 2 marks of all 5 model paper we are going to cover, so that it is going to be very beneficial answering your 1 marks and 2 marks for your annual exams, that is final exams. So let's get started. First question is here. Not-for-profit organizations are formed for service. The agreement between partner must be in writing. It's false because it is voluntary. Whether you want, you can have it in writing or else in oral. The third question is, if the amount brought in by new partner is more than his share in capital, the excess is known as goodwill or premium. Fourth question, expand NPSR, which is new profit sharing ratio. New ratio minus old ratio is considered as gaining ratio. After this, who is an executor? So, the legal representative of a deceased partner is considered as an executor. After the death of the partner, when the partner is deceased, so the legal representative of the deceased partner is the executor. After this, we have the question, a company is a dash person. It is considered as an artificial person. A debenture cannot be redeemed at discount. Give an example for non-current asset, which is building machinery. Okay, this can be non-current current asset example. One technique of financial statement analysis, it is comparative. When you compare, okay, so there you will analyze the financial statement. Any one type of liquidity ratio is current ratio. And what is cash flow? Cash flow is the movement of cash in and out due to some non-cash items. Let's move on to the section B now. The question is, state two characteristics or features of not-for-profit organization. So they are formed for providing service like education, healthcare, sports, like so on to the public, and they are mostly organized by the charitable trust or society. Name any two content of the partnership. So we can write the name and address of the firm, name and address of all the partners, profit sharing ratios, nature of the business. So these all comes under the content of the partnership. Okay. State any two method of valuation. So the two method of valuation is the two method of the valuation is average profit method, okay, and super profit method. State any two circumstances under which a partnership firm is dissolved. So, two circumstances under which the partnership firm is dissolved is, first is the consent of the all partner. Like everyone will get agreement among all the partner to dissolve. Second, when the business becomes illegal. Okay, so on those circumstances it can dissolve. State any two features of a company. The features of a company is, it's a corporate body. Okay, as per the Indian Companies Act, it is formed and registered. Second, it is separate legal entity. Why? Because it is completely separate from the member who are the initiator. Third, it has limited liability. Okay, unpaid amount of the shares should be held by them. The liability of the member of the company is limited to the extent of unpaid amount of the shares which is held by them. Now next question is financial statements. So financial statements are the basic and formal annual report through which corporate management communicate financial information to their owners through other external parties. So the statement will have balance sheet so that they can show the position statement and the statement of profit and loss. Next question is the two uses of financial statement analysis. So the two uses are management and owners. Next question, state any two objective of preparing cash flow statement. So, the primary objective of preparing a cash flow statement is to give the useful information about the cash flow, which can be inflow and outflow. Along with that, operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity are also taken into account. Second, to provide the basis to assess the ability of the enterprise, like how much of the cash and cash related equal asset can be utilized for those cash flows when we determine the ability of the enterprise to generate the cash or cash equivalent. So these are the two objectives to prepare the cash flow statement. So not-for-profit organizations are used for the welfare of the dash, which is society. Partnership deed contains all the above, which is name of the firm, name and address of the partner, profit and loss sharing ratio, and all the above. Old ratio minus new ratio is sacrificing ratio. Expand SR, again sacrificing ratio. What do you mean by retirement of a partner? Retirement is nothing but a withdrawal of a partner from the firm. Deceased partner's claim is transferred to his executor's account. So it is state true or false, which is true. Actually, the deceased partner's claim is immediately transferred to the executor's account. Issued capital is part of authorized capital. Debenture cannot be redeemed out of provisions. Share capital appear under the head shareholders fund. Percentage of each asset to the total asset is shown in the common size balance sheet. State any one type of profitability ratio, which is gross profit ratio. Mention any one activity which is classified as per AS3 that result into cash flow. So the answer is operating activity. First question is, state any two example of not-for-profit organization. And then we have features of partnership, meaning of goodwill, and meaning of the dissolution of a firm. So the first question is government school and religious organization. So they are considered as the example of the not-for-profit organization. Second question is the two feature of partnership. So two feature of partnership is two or more person. There should be agreement, which is to be partnership is being created with the agreement. And business, they should carry on some legal business, and profit sharing is that they have to have a ratio, or else they have to share the profit equally. So this is the features. After that, what is the meaning of the goodwill, or what is goodwill in general? It is the value or the reputation. So goodwill is the value of reputation of a firm in respect of the profits expected in future over and above the normal profit. So goodwill is an intangible asset which we cannot see or touch, and only we can realize. After that, give the meaning of the dissolution. This we have already gone through, that dissolution is that when all the partners agree to end or to exit the business, okay, and if they start doing any illegal one, then they have to dissolute, okay, and to cut off their connection with the firm and to exit the business of the firm, and the business will be completely closed down. So this is done as per the section 39 of the Partnership Act 1932, where the dissolution of a partnership between all the partners of a firm is called the dissolution of the firm, where all the parties called off the agreement and they end up the business. That is dissolution. What are the questions here? Calls in arrear. Two items which are shown in the head: reserves and surplus. State any two objective of financial statement analysis, and what is cash flow statement. So the first question we know now, when any shareholder fail to pay, calls in arrear means when any shareholder fails to pay the amount due on allotment or on call, such amount is called as call in arrear or unpaid call. Okay. After that, what comes under the head of the reserve and surplus? So capital reserve, capital redemption reserve, securities premium reserve, this will all come under the heads of the reserve and surplus. Third, to access the current profitability, and this is the statement, financial statement. The assess the current profitability and operational efficiency of the firm as a whole and as in different department, and to see the financial position of the firm, to which we need financial statement. Okay, and second is to understand the importance of different components of the financial position. One is to judge the financial health strength of the firm. Second is to understand the component of the financial position of the firm. Third, what is cash flow statement, is the third important financial statement which show inflow, how much of cash comes into the firm, how much of cash goes from the firm, and related to cash equivalents from other activities of a company in a so and so period of time. So that is considered as cash flow statement. Cash flow statement, in a particular period of time, the money comes into the firm and the money goes from the firm. So when we go through with those cash and related to cash, is called as cash flow statement. Okay, now let's discuss model paper 3, where the question is, surplus of income and expenditure account is added to capital fund, state true or false. Answer is true. Okay, why? Because surplus of income and expenditure will always add it to the capital fund, like under the heads of reserves and surplus. Under fixed capital method, the amount of capital remains fixed. Goodwill is an dash asset which is intangible, we cannot see, we cannot touch. Which of the following are treated as reconstitution of a partnership firm? It's all the above. Okay, after that, fourth one. Okay, which of the following is treated as reconstitution as a partnership firm, which is admission of a partner, change? In all of this, we treat reconstitution. That is why the answer is all the above. Dash ratio is used to distribute accumulated profit and loss at the time. So, the question for that, executor, dash ratio is used to distribute, distribute to at the time of retirement of a partner. So that is old ratio is used in retirement, old ratio, and while creating or adding a new partner, admission time will make new ratio. Who is an executor? He is a legal representative of the deceased partner. When the shares are forfeited, so the shares are forfeited when the shareholder fails to pay the allotted money or the call money or the both. So when there is failure into the payment of the call money or the allotment money, on that situation they will forfeit the share. It means they will redeem the shares. Expand, DRR, which is debenture redemption reserve. What is the example of current asset, which is cash in hand or cash in bank? After this, the financial statement of a business enterprise in balance sheet or statement of profit and loss, cash flow statement, the answer will be all the above. Expand, EPS is earning per share. What are operating activity? Operating activity, the activity that constitute the primary or main activity. Constitute means to take everything, to bring together. The primary and all other activities of our enterprise is considered as the operating activities. Here the question is, state the meaning of not-for-profit organization and two circumstances under which fixed capital of partner may change. So let's understand. Not-for-profit organization refer to the organization that work for the welfare of the society. The main aim is to provide services to the member, to the public at large without any profit motive. And second, two circumstances under which the fixed capital of the partner may change. So first is when additional capital is introduced or some part of the capital is taken, withdrawn by the partner. On those situations, the fixed capital of the partner may change. State any two rights acquired by a new partner. The answer is, the two main rights acquired by a new partner are right to share the asset of the partnership firm and right to share the profit of the partnership firm. Second question is, give the journal entry for an asset takeover over by a partner in case of dissolution of a firm. So the dissolution of a entry is capital partners account data to realization account. It means assets taken over. Forfeiture of share means cancellation of the right of the shareholder. Forfeiture of share means cancellation of the shares of rights of the shareholder on the non-payment of the allotment money or call money. So on such case, they will redeem the share, which is they'll take the shares back. Give the meaning of financial statement. Any two technique of financial statement analysis or two uses or benefit of cash flow statement. So the first answer, financial statement are the basic and formal annual report through which the corporate management communicate financial information to their owners so that they will use balance sheet and the statement of profit and loss account. After that, what are the tools and techniques of the financial statement analysis, which is comparative statement is there, common size statement is there, trend analysis, ratio and cash flow analysis are there, which are the tools and techniques of financial statement. Lastly, what are the cash flow benefits of cash flow, which is it provides information that enables users to evaluate changes in net asset of an enterprise and financial structure. It means how we need to improve our liquidity and solvency. And cash flow information is useful for the ability for generating the cash and cash equivalent ability of the enterprise. It is very helpful to generate cash or cash equivalents. First question is, what are the amounts received as per the will of the deceased person? So it is as per the legacies. Dash. Second, if a firm is engaged in other than banking business, the minimum number of partner is 2. If new partner bring cash for his share of goodwill is transferred to old partner's capital account in the ratio of sacrificing ratio. Which account is to be debited to record the increase in the value of an asset at the time of admission of a partner? So that is asset account. Give the formula for calculating gain ratio. As we all know, share gaining ratio is equals to new share minus old share. The question is trying to be asked twisted, so be always very careful, but it's very important. It's surely going to ask always. Okay. Deceased partner may be paid in one lump sum or in installment with interest. True or false? Yes, it is. Equity shareholders are owners. Debenture holders are the dash of the company, creditors of the company. Expand ICAI, which is Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. After that, we have the question, it is impossible to assess the profitability, solvency and efficiency through the technique of dash analysis, which is ratio analysis. Yes, it is possible. Name any one type of turnover ratio, which is inventory turnover ratio. Mention any one activity which are being classified as per AS3 that result into cash flow. You can write any one like operating activity or investing activity. Okay, let's go to section B. The questions are features of income and expenditure account, what is fixed capital account, and 2 reasons for admitting a new partner. So let's get started with the answers. First question is, it is a summary of income and expenditure for the accounting year. Okay, so what is income and expenditure? It is nothing but the summary of the income and expenditure. And second is, it is like profit and loss account of the business concern. So these are the features of income and expenditure, that it is like a profit and loss account of business concern. Incomes are entered on the credit side and expenses are entered on the debit side. Second question is, what are fixed capital method? It is the method under which the capital of the partners are remain fixed even after year and year. It will change only when they introduce additional capital or if they withdraw the capital. Third is, what are the reasons for admitting a new partner? Once, if they are in the need of the capital or if they need good managerial ability people like partners. So the question is, what are the general entry for the realization expenses paid by the firm on dissolution of a firm? So the answer for the realization expenses paid by the firm on dissolution of a firm is realization account data to bank account or cash account. So this is the realization expenses which is being paid by the firm on dissolution. After this we have the question, state the two type of share that can be issued by a public company. So it is equity share and preference share. State the type of shares that can be issued by public company, that is equity and preference. Give me any two limitations of financial statement. Okay. So limitations is that it does not reflect the current situation. Why? Because the value of asset and liability show financial statement which do not reflect with the current market situation. What is there in the book doesn't reflect with the current market. Second is that assets may not realize. Example, liquidation is forced on the company. Some of the asset may not realize the stated values, like some of we can't able to exchange and we get the proper value of some of the assets. So this is the limitations of the financial statement. Financial statement analyzes two limitation is that it does not consider the price level changes, and it does not it is just a study of report of the company. Last is, what do you mean by investing activity? As per AS3, investing activity are acquisition and disposal of long term asset and other investment not included in cash equivalent. Like investing activity relate to purchase and sale of long term asset or fixed assets such as machinery, land, building. So this is considered as investing activities. And this is all. We have completed 5 model papers, and if you found this video helpful, do like, share and subscribe, and do comment your suggestions and do share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.